Hello and welcome to another episode of Alex's Notes from the Middle. I am your host, Alex Light, and I'm so excited to have you here today. I woke up this morning with an idea. I have my garden that I need to get planted. This year, I'm just doing a couple planter boxes and before I start getting my garden really going. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to do something that brings me a lot of joy, kind of give you an insight to part of my life and what I do. And this just I don't know, it just seemed like the perfect opportunity. So here I am, fresh faced, no jewelry, no makeup. I also plant without gloves. Some people think I'm nuts. I don't care. I love having my hands connected in the dirt, connecting with the earth. Granted, I do have containers this year, but once my full garden actually gets going, I will have planter boxes that are uh, where the roots are still able to kind of get into the soil and get into the land and have that energy and connection. So I really look forward to doing this today and to have you see part of something that gives me so much joy and so much happiness. So stay tuned while I get things readjusted, and so that way you can plant with me. So exciting. So first things first, I want to give a huge shout out to my mom, my dad, and my sister. They help me a lot, and I honestly would not be where I am today without them. And so my parents gifted me these planter boxes, and my sister gifted me the starters for it. And it's really great that we all connect when it comes to our yard and designing and things like that. So a big shout out to them. And this is my yard here. If you can see the giant dirt pile behind me, that's where my garden is going to go next year. I'm putting in like a 70 by 50 area for a garden, and it's going to be all container. I'm so excited about it. I'm doing where I will still have the dirt and things like that, but it will actually be able to root into the ground to get the proper love and nutrients from the earth itself. The dirt that I have in my planter boxes is actually fresh Iowa black dirt. It is dug from the ground, and there's nothing better than the actual Iowa dirt and manure. So I already have the manure in there, already have the black dirt, and yeah, I'm so excited to get this started. Last week, when I was talking about, just living your life, living your dreams, life is short, signs from the universe, the 222444. I spouted off a lot of numbers last week. And one thing that I really didn't get into and I wanted to share was that the Saturday before last, my neighbor passed away. He wasn't very old, 57 in my world. That's not very old, and died of a heart attack. And life flight was over at his house, and just a really tragic thing. And it had me thinking about how short life is. And I have heard some other deaths and things that have been going on, and seeing people be sad, um and it just really made me think about how short life is and how much we should just be living our dream lives. We should be doing things that make us happy. Obviously, there's those responsibilities out there. There are those things that we need to be doing. We have bills to pay. We have mouths to feed, right? But also, you need to remember that a huge part of living your life to the fullest is having a happy life, being grateful for the things now. So make sure that you are also practicing gratitude, and you are practicing forgiveness, and you are practicing those things to get your energy and your vibrations up, so that way you can live a more fulfilled life. When you live a happier life, when you think about your health, when you truly think about your health and you think about things that make you happy, the number one killer is stress. Stress messes with your whole body, right? Stress can give you ulcers. Stress can increase negative cell growth. Energy is neither created nor destroyed, but it just, what kind of energy do you want to have? Do you want to have a positive energy? Do you want to have a negative energy? So start being grateful and gracious for the things you've been through. I can't get this bag open. But start being grateful and gracious for the things that you have gone through, because you wouldn't be the person you are today without going through those things. And I know some of you have gone through a lot of trials and a lot of tribulations, but you have to do what's right. All right, I'm going to pause quick while I go get scissors to cut this open, and I'll be right back. I'm sure you don't want to watch me dump dirt, but you're going to watch me dump some dirt. I did grab my scissors, so here we go. So yes, being gracious, being grateful, being thankful for what you have learned in life, whether it be people, places, things. What do you like? What do you not like? Everything teaches you a lesson. My mom always said, your parents always teach you something, right? They either teach you how you want to be or how you don't want to be. And I think that's a really important lesson. Every person in your life teaches you what you want and what you don't want, and making sure that you are grateful for either, because you are still learning. You are still learning a lesson. Know that you deserve everything. Know that you deserve what you want. But make sure it's something that you truly want. I said that before and I'll say it again. Make sure in your life that you get what you want because you truly want it, not because somebody else wants it for you, right? Because you don't want to live this fake life, this life that you were like, oh, well, maybe I'll be okay with this. Yeah, after a while, it starts wearing on you, because you don't want that. You didn't live your life in the way you thought you wanted to. If you want to say no, say no. When you say no and that person reacts a certain way, you can decide at that point if you want that person in your life or not, right? But that person taught you something. So be grateful that they entered your life, right? Be thankful. The universe knows grateful, gracious, thankful energy. All right, I got this half filled. I love dirt. I really do. It makes me happy. I've always loved playing in the dirt ever since I was little. I would come home. My mom was like, oh man, you'd come home smelling like a wet dog, because I was outside rolling around with the animals always. I climbed trees. I used to have this little purple mountain bike, and I would jump it over the culverts, and I would like take it off like 6-inch ramps and think I was the coolest person ever. I did. And so yeah, the dirt just makes me happy. And there are people out there who dirt doesn't make them happy. Gardening doesn't make them happy. Mowing doesn't make them happy. But there are things that those people do that doesn't make me happy. And I can't be expected to live their life. I love baseball. But not everybody loves baseball, right? For my birthday this year, I said, all I want is to go to a baseball game. I want to drink a beer, have a hot dog, and watch some home runs. And that's what I'm doing. Other people might want to go to a UFC fight. Guess what? I don't like it. Not my thing. Not for me. Some people might want to go to a wrestling match. Not for me. I love track and field. Other people might think track and field sucks. I love football, but I love watching football in person. I don't like sitting and watching it on TV. I don't like, sometimes I have to disconnect from people, you know? I have to have my alone time. And sometimes I have to cancel plans with people. Guess what? It's okay. It's okay to cancel plans. It's okay to say, hey, I'm just really not feeling this today. Can we reschedule? And if the person that you're with is offended by that, babe, that's not your person. Because sometimes you just won't have what my friend calls spoons. And I kind of have decided that I sort of know what that metaphor is for having enough spoons. And for me, that metaphor means you have a cup, right? You have spoons in it. This thing takes that spoon. This thing takes that spoon. This thing takes that spoon. All of a sudden, all your spoons are dirty. You want a bowl of cereal? I don't have a spoon for it, so I'm not going to have it. So if you don't have the spoons, you don't have the spoons. And there could be something going on in your life that week that the person that you're supposed to go see has no idea about. Maybe you're not ready to talk about it. That's okay. Sometimes you're not ready to talk about it. It's how life goes, you know? Like, you keep some things to yourself, that's okay. Hold it, don't hold it in, but you also don't have to tell everybody, because not everybody is a friend. Frenemies are real. They're people who you think you can trust, but they're not. The second you walk out the door, what are they saying about you? The second you are up and leaving, what do they say? Those aren't people you want in your corner anyway. So a person who loves you will truly understand where you're coming from. I have a friend, and her and I have been trying to have breakfast or coffee for some time. She has a busy life. I have a busy life. We're both single moms. And sometimes it just doesn't work. Oh, man. Here we go. That purple little guy. Should have held it from the bottom. Look how cute. So this one is peppercini. Oh, I love peppercinis. I'll put you right there, baby. Let's see. Sweet banana peppers. I also really love banana peppers. My God, Stevie, thank you for these. Gardening, gosh, it does something for me. Remember when I talked about stopping apologizing? That's one of those things that you don't apologize for, right? You don't want to go to something. You're like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't make it, you know, like, okay, that's like fine to say, oh, I'm sorry, I can't make it. Or, hey, I'm just really not, I'm not in a place today to be able to come. So instead of saying sorry, say, hey, I really wanted to meet up with you, but I'm mentally like, just don't have the energy to. Or, hey, maybe sometimes you just don't want to that day. And that's okay. You say, I just really don't want to today. Maybe we can do it another day. And that person will say, hopefully, oh, it's okay. That's fine. We can totally do it another day. No sorries needed. No sorries needed. You can say in response, thank you for holding space for me. Thank you for your understanding. You thank that person. you don't have to apologize to that person. I have a friend who thanks me for a lot of things, even the smallest things, and it's so nice and so sweet. And I do appreciate, her saying thank you. And then I always say it's really not a big deal. Like, it'll be me picking up a kiddo from school and dropping them off at her house. Really not a big deal. It's barely out of my way. Like, doesn't bother me at all. Honestly, you're my friend. I would love to do whatever I can for you. Sweet bell. Oh, this is a jalapeno, by the way. So we got the jalapeno. This is like my own form of chaos gardening because I didn't really have this fully planned out. I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to go into this and try it. We'll see what happens. So here we go. I haven't gotten to the point where I have learned about how to space things, where they should go exactly, and that's okay. If they come up, amazing. I will water them. I will feed them. I will make sure that they are getting the love that they deserve. And that's what matters. Here we got a sweet bell peppers. So I eat bell peppers like candy. I cut them up and I make my own ranch sauce because I actually can't have ranch dressing. So I make it with sour cream instead, or I will have it with, oh my goodness, what is it called? Tahini. Oh my gosh. So I'll have it tahini on them. Oh, I will eat so many peppers. So this is nice. I'm very excited for a sweet bell pepper. Look, seriously, look how beautiful this is, though. I'm pretty sure that she grew these from seeds. My sister's amazing. She's always crafting. She's always creating. She's always thinking about nature and planting. And I think that that's really beautiful. And she's always asking if my mom or I want any starters and things like that. And I love it. It's great. So I have my peppers in now. I'm going to take a quick break to get some bug spray because the mosquitoes are starting and we don't spray around here. That's one thing. We do not use fertilizer in this yard. We do not spray for mosquitoes because those kill pollinators, okay? So it's horrible to spray that poison on our ground. There's no need for it. Okay, let things naturally grow. I love seeing my clovers come up. I love seeing my dandelions come up. It feeds the pollinators. Right now I have some, oh, what's it called for the monarchs? The milkweed. I was actually doing some weed whacking around the perimeter and I noticed some milkweed coming up and I was like, until the monarchs have moved on, that milkweed's going to stay there because monarchs, that's what they eat. So if you have milkweed growing, I'll just tag a picture of milkweed. Don't get rid of it because it's actually very good for monarchs. We want those pollinator populations to go up. They're really good. So I will be right back. So as I said that I was going to put bug spray on, I looked down and I have blood on my knee now because there was a mosquito. Mosquitoes are terrible, but I have bats. So the other day I counted 6 bats in my yard. I was pretty pumped about that. Okay, I actually realized that I didn't plant one more pepper. So we're going to plant this one. I love peppers more than I love tomatoes. So if I have to leave a tomato out, I have to leave a tomato out. If you hear Larry barking at all, it's because he's stuck inside right now. And the reason that Larry is stuck inside, I love him very, very much. But he likes to run off. And we're working on it. It takes time to train him to not. But I know people are probably like, just get an electric fence. This is a 4-acre yard. So we're going to work up to it. Okay. There's a lot of things that I have to do. But for now, I just watch him and make sure he's okay. All right. So we have the rainbow sweet pepper. I'm really curious about the rainbow sweet pepper. All right. Yeah. Later, I will be planting my sunflowers. That's my main thing that I love to plant. And that's the thing I'm good at planting are my sunflowers. And I don't know if you've seen that guy on Facebook, but he chaos gardens. And he literally just grabs a bag of birdseed and just like flings it everywhere. And I love that so much because he's so chaotic. Best boy. Ooh, best boy. Let's try this one. So anyway, yeah, he chaos gardens. And it's so funny. And he's like, does a whole bag of birdseed and it's all just sunflower seeds. So my neighbor, the one that I was talking about earlier, he was very, very proud of his yard and always had his yard super nice. And his kids have came by almost every single day. And they're out there working in the yard, planting stuff, all in the memory of their dad. Beautiful. It makes me want to cry, but I'm not going to cry today. I don't want to cry today. Ooh, aroma tomato. So my sister also likes to make her own pasta sauces. And she also makes like jams and stuff. And it kind of inspires me to want to make some pasta sauce myself this year if I can. So I am allergic to 2 things in life. I'm telling you so much about me today. I'm allergic to 2 things in life. One's actually an intolerance, but it's terrible. So I'm going to call it an allergy because I'm not going to go down that road. I am not like those crazy lactose intolerant people who just risk it for the cheese, right? We all know a lactose intolerant person that risks it for the cheese. I do not risk it for the biscuit. I think I planted those a little close together. Here, we'll move it over. So anyway, I am allergic to sulfites, and that I actually am allergic to. If I have sulfites, I have actually started breaking out in hives, which is super cool. Super pumped about breaking out in hives. If you don't know, sulfites are what they put in wine. They do have things that are called sulfite removers. They do mostly work, but no, if I have a little, I get really itchy, and I wasn't that way until I was pregnant with Graham, and that's just what happens. Your body chemistry just kind of changes a little bit, and you can't have things that you could have before. You know, your body goes through a lot of stress having kids, and with everything that's going on in the world right now, I think about my pregnancy and how hard it was. And then I think, man, I can't imagine forcing a woman to do that. Because I wanted Graham. We tried for Graham. I got Graham. But I would never want to force somebody to do that to their body, because the changes that your body goes through is wild. Now I have 2 allergies since I have had him, and I have other issues as well that have happened. And yeah, so that's going to be just one political thing I would say. I would never force a woman to do something that she doesn't want to do. And if you do think that way, I'm not your person. This channel's not for you. Because I know who I would love to have support me. I was a bee. And it's not people who think like that. It's not okay to force people to do things they don't want to do. That's my whole shtick, right? Living a life you would love living, working toward your dream life. How can you do that when somebody is forcing you to do something that you do not want to do? Hear the owl? So if you are a person who does believe that and you want to force people to do things that they don't want to do, then you better be prepared to be forced to do things that you don't want to do too. I can tell you it's not great. It's not great to be forced to do things that you don't want to do. It's not good to make yourself feel uncomfortable or make yourself feel small for other people. You live your life big. You live your life loud. You live a life that you would love living, because that's how you want to live, right? It's not your job to tell somebody else they can't do that. It's not your business. It's not your place. You are the main character in your own life. Don't be the main character in somebody else's. It's wrong, it's grotesque, and it's a huge character flaw. So anyway, when I think of tomatoes, I think of the fact that she makes her own pasta sauces. And some pasta sauces have sulfites in them, and I can't have them. I have to read all the labels, make sure I'm eating things that will not make me break out in hives. At one time, drank a cider, and most ciders don't have sulfites in them. This one, however, did. I did not read the label before I drank it, because I'd never had a cider with sulfites in it, and I've drank a lot of ciders. I had less than 1 ounce. Started breaking out in hives, got really itchy, had to take a bunch of Benadryl, and I went to sleep for the night, and I felt terrible the next day. Terrible. There we go. I planted this. Right now it's, gosh, what time is it? It's probably like 8 o'clock at night, I would say. My, look at the sun. Time to go. So actually, yeah, now that I'm done planting those, I think that it might be time to go, because I'm going on a trip this weekend. My son is, we take an annual trip to SirenCon. I figured it out. This is year 5 for us, okay? Year 5. So pumped, because we had 4 shirts from the past years that we went. So yeah, super pumped about that. I have some other things that I have to fix that I don't have time to record for anymore. And I'm going to get these puppies watered. Go ahead, remember to check out my merch line, okay? Check out my merch line, check out my shirts, buy them. I create them. So I create all of them myself. If there's something that you think would be funny on a shirt that other people, just, you can let me know. I know that's weird, because I'm the one that creates them. Why would you give me an idea when you could go and make your own shirt? But some people are like, oh, I don't want to have to deal with that. Here's an idea. Cool. I will give you credit for it. Usually I put people's names on the shirt. Like my friend Philip, who was on an episode a while back, I have a shirt that he said, brunch, it's a verb. And I put his name on the shirt. I don't think he knows that. I should probably tell him. It's a good idea. Good idea to tell him. But anyway, so I know this episode was kind of all over the place. That is where my head is in this moment. It was going to be chaotic whether I was sitting in my office or whether I was down here planting. So at least you got to see me doing something that I love to do and something that I've dreamed of doing for a long time. And the takeaways from today: one, be grateful and gracious for the things that you went through in life. Everything that you have is a lesson. Every person you meet is a lesson. It's either a good lesson of, I want this in my life, or it's a bad lesson of, I don't want this. I want this. I don't want this. Learn it, develop, start realizing and building what your dream is. Start really opening your eyes to the things that you would truly want, that your gut tells you that you want. Okay. Don't let other people be the main character in your life. You are the main character in your life. There is too much going on out there where people are trying to control, okay? Especially women. We are not meant to be controlled. We add so much to people's lives. We truly do. Women are smart. Women are capable. Women deserve the right to their own autonomy. They deserve the right to vote. They deserve all of these rights, okay? Everybody does. Every human does. Like I said last week, no person is illegal in my eyes. Maybe I didn't say that on my episode. I think I made a snap about it. I did. So no, you haven't heard me say that before. No person's illegal, okay? This land is all of our lands. We are guests here. Okay? We are guests on this earth. But we are the main character of our own lives. And we start being grateful and gracious, the universe does reward. When we start believing in our dreams, the universe rewards. Okay? Start living the life for you. For you. Be your own, mosquito. Be your own main character in your life. And don't be the main character in somebody else's life. You don't need to be the main character in somebody else's life. You are a supporting actor in their life. You support them, you love them, you help them. Those people who you want to surround yourself with, okay? Just like they will do with you or for you. So, takeaway: be your own main character, love your life, be grateful, and work towards that dream. Have a great night and I guess whatever time you're watching this. So have a great day, a great night. I don't know, it's golden hour. So before I go, here are my happy plants. I love them. Love them.